I just wanted to make a video real quick about something I was thinking about just now, um, and that is, even though I knew the religion that I was born into was not true from a young age, even though I knew that, uh, it turned out to be a cult, you know, in the end. Uh, Even though I knew something wasn't right with the religion, I still wanted to know the real truth. uh, you know what I mean? And I wanted to know if Jesus was the real deal that was true. Um, and so I thought to myself, if Jesus already suffered my life already, then I can be destroyed. I could do all these things, and if no one can put me together, then there is no Jesus. Basically, put myself through all sorts of things, addictions, you name it. And if nobody can even put me together a little bit, there's no Jesus. Get what I'm saying? Because he suffered my life already. He would already have done it. Everything I've done in this life, if the scriptures are true, then he's already done and gone through everything I've been through to this point. If the scriptures are true on that he suffered everyone's life, even mine, that he would know and have gone through already, even since he's already gone through it all, he would know how to heal me completely, entirely, eventually. He would know how to, because he already lived it. He already walked it. He already walked this road that I'm on right now. He's already walked it to my final healing state. He's already been the whole way, of my future self from now. He's already been to my fully healed state already. I have no doubt of that. If I do have a fully healed state, or it just keeps going on and on and on and on, healing, forever, progressing forever, which could be true, but that's what I thought. So this has been kind of an experiment, a real experiment, using myself, my body, my own suffering to test this, basically. And that includes decades of everything I've gone through. I knew if no matter what I've gone through, if no one could heal me and put me together, then the story of Jesus is false. That's how I was trying to prove or disprove the truth. You know what I mean? I wanted to know the truth that bad, because I could see through religion clearly that it wasn't true. I could see through it. So I want to know if something, just something, was true in the Bible. Just one thing. And the way to prove that is Jesus suffered my life already. He's already suffered it according to Scripture. So he would know how to heal me because he's already been through my life already. You know what I mean? So that's what my mind thought, to put to put this riddle once and for all to bed, if it was true or not. Are the atheists right and it's just the Santa Jesus, or is there some legitimacy to the story of Jesus, and it was a real story, a real life, you know, not just a story, but a real life. You know, he really was the Son of God for real, you know, not a prophet, not some good teacher, like the legitimate Son of God. You know, I wanted to know if it was all true, that part especially. So, because everybody doesn't, there's a lot of people that don't know for sure. You know, they're just like, oh, yeah, the records show that he exists, but he could have just been a teacher. He could have just been a good prophet. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But I don't think there are a lot of humans out there that went to the extent of suffering as I did to see if this was true or not. You know what I mean? And I admit that I have been healed, even though it's been hard for me to walk this road of healing. I have been healed because of the damage, really, on myself. You know, because of the damage, it's been hard to walk the healing road. Even though I have been healed by something out there, like legitimately healed, and everybody knows. Even my narcissist family knows, before I went no contact, that I was being healed by Jesus himself. They knew that. They knew that. They were completely baffled by how I was improving, how I was getting better. They were completely baffled by it. And they'd be super baffled, way baffled if they saw me now, you know, because I'm way better than when I last saw them, because I went no contact. You know, at least I'm pretty sure. But it's hard to gauge my progress, and that's what I learned in a support group today. It was like, it's hard to know if I'm improving or not, or progressing or not, you know, and that was one of the things we talked about, you know, like, I think I am getting better, but it's hard to know, you know, just how much. It's hard to gauge it, really, because my only documentation of healing, really, is some journal entries, videos. That's my only documentation of my healing, really. So basically, from my soonest videos, pretty much, to now, is pretty much Jesus healing me. From the beginning of my videos to now, it's pretty much, you can see Jesus healing me. For real. So, because I shouldn't have been improved even a little bit. No one should have been able to heal me. No one. No doctor. No doctor knew how to help me. None. That's real. It's a real statement. No doctor knew how to help me. Not one. And I'm getting better. You know what I'm saying? That's how real this is, you know? But, and a part of me is like mad that, a part of me is kind of mad that Jesus is real, you know, because I am getting better. And I'm like, you know, because I was hoping, you know, I was hoping when I wasn't sure if there was a Jesus or not, I was hoping there was no Jesus, and I could just pass on. You know, that's what I was hoping for, you know, but a part of me was hoping for that, just die, be done. Um, but this whole journey or road of healing um, has caught me by surprise from the beginning. It's caught me by surprise because I wasn't sure if there was a Jesus or not. I was an agnostic. I was hoping something was out there. I was agnostic. Part of my life I was atheist. I'm pretty sure. um, just like, yeah, there's no God. Look at this place. Look at this world. There's no God. That's part of me was. I was like that for a long time. Like a lot of people on the planet. Like, yeah, there's no God. I was like that. So, um, and they're always saying science this, science that. Science is so limited. You know what I mean? Of what it knows. you know, it's there's a lot more than science knows, in my opinion. One thing is how Jesus heals people. That's unexplained by science. How that happens, how he does that, no one knows the science behind it. But I'm sure there is. You know what I mean? But anyways, it does. This road has been hard. This road has been hard for me, even though I have been getting healed. It's still been a hard road, and a part of me has just been like, I just want honorable, pass on honorably. Part of me wants that, but um, I do think I can get better from this point forward. I can still keep getting better, I'm pretty sure I can. If things keep going and going, I'm pretty sure I can keep on improving. So, in different areas. So, but a part of me forgot about that moment when I was really young, of just like wanting to know the real truth, because most of this world is just a lie. Most of this world is just a lie. The religion was a lie. My family was a lie. There's so many things in this world that is a lie. So I wanted to know what was actually true that I was being told. You know what I mean? In religion, anywhere. What was actually true? Legitimate. If I could disprove Jesus, then that could be off the table as not true. But I haven't been able to do that. That's the one thing I haven't been able to disprove is Jesus, because I shouldn't be alive. I shouldn't be healed. I shouldn't have been healed even a little bit at all, and everybody knows that. You know what I mean? So, and if some accident happens and I die, in an accident, I'll still know that there was a Jesus before I die. You know what I mean? I have that knowledge that there is a Jesus before anything, before I make my final exit. I at least know there is a Jesus. The real one, not a prophet, not a teacher, the actual legitimate Son of God. It's real. You know what I mean? Um, so I at least, I don't know if that's a curse to know that 100% like I do, that there is a Jesus and it's not a fairy tale. It's not bullshit. I don't know if that's a curse that I know that that is 100% legit because like even people I've come across in the metaphysical arena, they they don't acknowledge the real Jesus, in my opinion. So it's been hard for me to be in the metaphysical arena around all them. You know, I do think there's a purpose for me being around them, and I do think um, God has a purpose for me to to have tried that route. You know, to heal for healing. You know, um, but the whole time I'm like, I actually know there is a Jesus. The whole time, and a lot of people in the metaphysical world don't really acknowledge the real Jesus. They don't, in my opinion. They just think he's Jesus consciousness and all that, you know. They don't acknowledge the real Jesus, you know, in my opinion, um, which has always conflicted me, you know, um, because I do think maybe, I thought about this, that maybe Jesus can, was still healing me, even though I was in the metaphysical arena. I was still being healed, regardless. You know, that's just my opinion. Um, but, but I don't know. But maybe Jesus is smarter than the whole metaphysical world, you know, and has that knowledge as well. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I do know that even I don't know uh, how much Jesus can do, or know uh, the spectrum of his real knowledge. I'm sure it's vast. Even I don't comprehend what he can actually do. I just know kind of how he does things and how he's helped me and healed me. I just know that. You know what I mean? Kind of a thing. Like, I have some idea of how he does things. That's just a small idea, basically, of how he helps and heals. Kind of a small idea. That's it. Just because of what I've experienced. I only have a small idea of his healing ability, his knowledge. I only know small. I do know, one thing I do know is how strong he is, how incredibly strong he is to have, because I know what I went through, and it was a lot. It was heavy. Like, it was a lot, you know, to the point where I'm like, there's no way even Jesus went through this, you know, because I was about to just quit, you know. So I do know how strong he is, how much he can take, and it's more than I can take, which is a lot. So that alone is intimidating. To know someone out there has taken more punishment and sustained it, more damage than I have taken. Something out there is way stronger than me. That's intimidating. Like legitimately stronger than I am. You know, can take more than I could. That's intimidating in a way. Because I don't think people understand how strong, how incredibly strong Jesus is. How strong he is in all areas. People don't understand that, in my opinion. They know his love, they know what he did in the Bible, but they don't really know how strong, how much punishment he can take. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's more than any human can take. For sure. It's a lot, you know? And I know that because I know what I went through. I know how much punishment I took. You know what I mean? That's how I can measure it's even more than I could take. So it's a fuckload, you know? So it's no joke. So it's not a joke. How much he can take as far as punishment goes. It's no joke. So that's one thing I've learned. So more than anything. So when I think there's no options left for me to heal on this planet, I still have to remember that there is someone out there that has been through the same as me. I still have to remember that. There's someone out there that's been through the same as me and can heal me despite this world's inability to have the resources to really heal me. For real. The medical field is pretty limited on what they can do in comparison to what Jesus can do, in my opinion, you know. So, but that's the one thing I always forget. I get discouraged that, you know, I've tried all these things on this planet to heal, but I have to remember that despite not being able to be really healed by the world, this planet, there is something out there, someone that has the ability to heal me still. So that gives me some hope that I can still be healed, of keeping on going, basically. I have knowledge that Jesus is real, and, you know, hopefully he still helps me despite, you know, all the bad things I've said about him over the years. And I admit to that. I've said some bad things about him over the years. I admit that. I have. Which is why I don't understand why he would help me at all. You know what I'm saying? Because I have said bad things, you know, because he watched me go through humiliating things. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, they were very humiliating to me. That's the biggest thing. Yes, there was physical stuff, but the humiliation I remember the most was the humiliation I felt during abusive events. Just the humiliation. So, but anyways, So I admit, and everybody knows it, I admit I've said some bad things about the real Jesus. I have. But at least I'm honest about it. You know. There's no time machine that I can go back in time and redo everything. But this time, Jesus jumps in before it happens. I can't go back in time and that happen. You know what I mean? like I want. I can't go back in time, you know. But instead of this abusive thing that happened, Jesus jumps in and defends me. You know, I can't go back in time, and I know that. You know, I got to realize that. So I have to go forward regardless of not being able to fix the past, basically. Uh, so, but, and I do believe there is a way forward, despite my immaturity, my lack of life experience as far as adulting, you know, being a real adult, you know. I may have taken more punishment than any adult for sure, but my maturity isn't there yet, you know. Despite that, I'm pretty much a boy. I'm pretty much a boy that took on a lot of damage that no one else has, basically, in my opinion, you know. But that they can't even comprehend. I'm pretty much a boy that's gone through all that, you know. I didn't really grow up, but I took a lot of punishment with basically an angry boy mentality the whole time, you know. And I admit that. But, so I didn't really put in a lot of time in discovering who I am, discovering what I like, discovering all that. You know, I was just pushing forward through punishment, basically, you know, and just pushing forward, you know, like a machine, you know, basically, you know, just pushing forward despite not really knowing who I am or why I'm here, or just pushing forward. But anyways, that's been one of the toughest things, is figuring out who am I really, you know. What does God know about me that I haven't discovered yet? Who am I really? You know what I mean? That's one thing I don't know. Who am I really? It's like God's secret that He knows who I am really, 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 and I don't. That's the real frustrating thing, is God knows me really. I don't really know me really. And that it's tough to not know who you are really. You know what I mean? Sure, I have a human body and all that, but who am I really? You know what I mean? That's just the physical stuff. Who am I really? You know? But that's what I want to know. Who am I really? What's the truth? You know? Am I what the world says I am? Am I what the family says I am? Am I what I say I am? Or am I what God says I am? You know what I mean? I want to know what God says I am. You know what I mean? Not what society says I am. not what the family said I am, not what school says I am, not what religion says I am. I want to know what God says I am, straight from God. Who am I? Really? Really, really? You know, because I'm honest. I don't know who I am. I don't know why I'm here on the planet. I know I don't feel like I belong here. I felt like that forever. I don't feel like I belong here. I've been to many different groups of people, many different religious gatherings. I can't belong. I can't fit in. I know that much. I can't fit in, really. I can be among people and kind of blend in, You know what I'm saying? Like a chameleon, kind of. I don't know. I can do that, but I can't really fit in with any group of people. And I think, like really, really fit in. And I think every INFJ figures that out too. They they can't really fit in. How can you fit in among people that don't understand you at all? How can you really fit in if every person you're around doesn't understand you on any level? How can you really fit in? You can't. See what I'm saying? But that's why it's like, I don't know. This video's gone on pretty long, um, but it was just a memory I had, like, of wanting to know the truth. you know, Basically, because I could see through the lies at a young age. I can see through this world at a young age, but apparently, if you can see through this world at a young age, that doesn't give you the right to ignore the world, you know? So, still have to be among the world, even though you know the world is bullshit. The whole world's bullshit. Even though you know that, you still have to be among the world. So, I mean, if I could have proven the Jesus story false, if I could have, this whole world would have been a lie. The whole world would have been a lie. Everything. Even in the Bible, the whole Bible would have been a lie. Everything would have been a lie. If I could have disproved, if I could have, with my own suffering, if I could have done it, disproved Jesus. But I haven't. I haven't disproved it. Because I'm being healed and I'm alive still. That's how I know there's a Jesus, 100%, And I know a lot of people don't know that, 100%. So it does kind of put pressure on me in a way to know that 100%. And I can kind of joke around about it, but because it is kind of intimidating in a way to know that Jesus is real. Not some fairy tale like Santa, not like the Easter Bunny, not like any of that. Like, it's real, real, real. It's kind of intimidating to know that, in my opinion. So, and I don't think religion gave Jesus justice. You know what I mean? I really don't think they gave him justice of what he really is. In my opinion. But even I don't know what he really is, but I know he's more than what religion was telling me. He's more than that. I know that much. I may not know everything about him, but I know he's more than what religion was trying to dumb me down about him, you know. So, anyways, I guess that's all I wanted to say. But I always hope every day that Jesus looks out for me. Every day, I hope, you know, because he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to look out for me at all. And I know he doesn't have to. But he knows that I struggle in this world. I struggle in this world. Point blank. I do, you know. So, and I admit that I struggle. I've always struggled in this world. In many areas I've struggled. So, and I hope and I think, and I'm pretty sure Jesus knows that I struggle on this planet, you know. So that's why I hope he's always looking out for me, you know, because I don't have anybody else looking out for me. I know that. Like, really looking out for me. I don't. So I just keep hoping that I'm looked out for, you know. So but because if I wasn't looked out for, I'd be dead, homeless, you know. If I wasn't looked out for, I'd be in that situation, you know. And I know that. So I am grateful that I'm looked out for, despite what I've said about Jesus. I know I said his name in vain, and you know, I know all that. You know, I've said bad things. I know that. So I am appreciative that I'm still looked out for, despite my family of origin wanting nothing to do with me. I assume they don't, because I went no contact, you know, which is a healthy move for me, for sure. And I keep forgetting it's a healthy move. But I don't know. But since then, you know, I've had to just hope that God looks out for me, despite being a loner, basically, you know. I go out the door and hope God looks out for me, basically. every damn day. I just hope. So that's real. Anyways, even though I've been targeted by narcissists along the way, I do hope that God is still looking out for me despite that. I still hope for that. Because he doesn't have to look out for me. He could let a narcissist destroy me. He could. Again, you know what I'm saying? if he really wanted that to happen to me, you know. But I don't think so. I think it's, I think I've taken enough punishment from those types, in my opinion, and I hope I've learned my lesson. I feel like I'm still learning new lessons, new things the enemy's throwing at me. I'm learning the hard way, you know. So, which sucks. But anyways, I guess that's all I want to say. But as long as God still looks out for me, you know, I'll make videos, you know. I guess, you know, because, you know, if I'm still alive to do videos, you know, I guess I'll still make them, you know, even if I'm not sure if I can be healed in this lifetime, fully healed in this lifetime. Even if I'm not sure if I can, you know, I'll still make videos, because I'm sure I could be healed in the eternities. In the eternities, I could be healed fully, I think, but maybe not in this lifetime. I don't know if I can be healed fully. So, but at least I'm able to talk and make videos. At least, in the condition I'm in, at least I'm allowed. I'm able to do that, you know. So, but anyways, I think that's enough for this video. So I think that's good enough. It's been a really long video, but felt like I had to get a lot out. Sometimes I feel like that I got to get a lot out, you know, because if I was getting a lot out in front of a professional like this, they wouldn't even know what the hell I'm talking about, you know. They think I'm crazy, you know. That's how I feel. At least some of them was, you know. Oh, he's talking about Jesus. He's in imagination land, you know. He's talking about Jesus, you know. But I actually know there is a Jesus. That's the catch. You know. Science doesn't know, but I know. That's the catch, you know. I don't feel like the mental health field knows that Jesus is legit. They just rely on books and meds, you know, but they don't really know that Jesus is real. I don't think they know that. So, anyways, that's all I wanted to say for this video. So, I will talk to you later.